A medical group in Pueblo needs your help. The Pueblo County Medical Reserve Corps is looking for volunteers. They have helped the health department and other health facilities during the coronavirus pandemic, like with the COVID-19 call center, PPE drives, and other essential activities.
We've been helping backfill the health department. So instead of the health department working long hours and burning themselves out, we've been able to help support our local health department so they can keep going.
And if you want to help out, go to the Pueblo Department of Public Health and Environment webpage, and you can just look for Pueblo Medical Reserve Corps.
Well, happening now in your election watch, the clock ticking with a little more than 24 hours now for voters in Pueblo to make their voice heard in the special 2A election. As of today, more than 23,000 ballots have been returned. That's about a third of the ballots that were sent out to voters. The clerk and recorder told us the turnout's been good because the stakes are so high. The future of power in Pueblo.
People think this Black Hills issue is important, and we're seeing it with people complaining that they can't vote in it even though they have Black Hills in the county.
Now you can only drop off ballots at the locations identified by the clerk and recorder's office, so go to their website for more information. Again, stay with News 5 tomorrow night. You have to have that ballot dropped off by 7. We'll have your results and reaction.
Local business owners are finding ways to overcome while lifting up those around them during the COVID-19 crisis. Tonight, our John McMichael, he takes us to Mueller's Auto, who are helping first responders with their auto care.
Inside of Pueblo, another auto shop has joined the fight to reclaim and build up morale, reminding us again that while the pandemic may have changed quite a bit, it hasn't changed people's desire for community.
Well, obviously business has been down quite a bit, but our really loyal customers have taken really good care of us.
And instead of focusing inward, Brandon Mueller is turning his attention towards others, providing free oil changes and brief inspections to those in the medical field and first responders.
We had a lady in the other day saying that she was working 12-hour days for 20 days straight, and that's just insane. I can't imagine what that would be like. So I just really wanted to take care of those people who are really in need, and this is how I decided to do it.
What is it like knowing that there's another business out there who's trying to help out, trying to give back?
That's so awesome, and we definitely all appreciate it. I've passed the news along to all my coworkers. It feels good to have someone do something for us and make sure, we're taken care of.
Why do you feel compelled to do that?
It just feels like the right thing to do.
Just want to tell them thank you so much. That was very, very, very gracious of them to do for everybody.
Doing something like this was just kind of a no-brainer. It was very simple to make that decision.
In the end, the hope is to make things just a bit easier, just a bit better.
So obviously a smile is what we're looking for. We want to see people going out there excited to get back on the road and see their car running really well.
Watching out for you, Colorado, John McMichael, News 5.
We've been really fortunate not to have had to dump milk like other places in the country.
Dairy farmers across the country and here in Colorado facing some tough decisions as more Americans eat at home and the demand for milk drops. Next, how some Colorado farmers are avoiding disposing of milk. Mike?
Take a look at the radar scan. We've got a few showers and thunder showers across parts of eastern Colorado. That's out east of Colorado Springs. Rain is going to be a scarce commodity around here for the rest of the week. More on that with your First Alert 5 forecast after the break.
This is your First Alert 5 weather with Mike Daniels.
It's always nice to have you with us here on News 5 at 5. We are live in the Springs. That's on the north end. We've got clouds all across the city, but it is dry right now. 60 degrees, and it's windy out of the northeast, sustained at 24 miles per hour. In Pueblo, you've got cloudy skies right now. Still on the mild side, though, 75 degrees. There is an easterly wind at 16 miles per hour. How about a live look from Bennett Avenue in Cripple Creek? A little breezy up there, still sunshine. You can see those clouds off to the east of Cripple Creek right now. All right, here's what's going to happen around here for the rest of the night. Very quiet in Colorado Springs, tracking a little bit of shower and thunder shower activity out across eastern El Paso County. Could be a little bit of lightning with some of that stuff out east of the city. That stuff generally moving off to the east-southeast at about 15 to 20 miles per hour. And you can see a few lightning strikes have been pretty common within that complex of showers and thunder showers. Around here tomorrow, high pressure, large and in charge. charge for the state. You're going to get sunshine mixed with clouds from time to time. Still going to be a real nice day. Afternoon high temperatures tomorrow back into the 60s and 70s all across the News 5 viewing area. Tomorrow morning, 9 a.m. temperatures will be in the 50s across Colorado Springs and Pueblo, warming nicely during the afternoon hours. I do look for a few clouds to start to build in tomorrow afternoon. If we're going to see any rain at all across the viewing area tomorrow, it'll be far southern Colorado portions of Los Animas County into Baca County. A few light showers possible, and that will pretty much be it. Here's your next weather maker. This is the big weather story tracking this cold front. Pretty healthy cold front by May standards. It's going to back in here late Thursday into Friday, bring in much cooler air. Unfortunately, there's no water for that front to work with, so another dry day around here Friday, but highs by Friday about 20 degrees colder than what we'll have on Thursday. Outside right now, temperatures in the 50s, 60s, and 70s across southeastern Colorado. Low temperatures tonight, not bad for this time of the year. 40 in Pueblo, 37 the overnight low temperature in Colorado Springs. It will be flat out beautiful around here tomorrow. Some of the nicest weather anywhere in the country with those afternoon highs into the 60s and 70s. A little breezy from time to time out of the east-southeast, 10 to 15 miles per hour. In Colorado Springs, no big changes on Wednesday. You'll see sunshine, a little breezy to windy from time to time. Thursday will be the warmest day of the next 7 days. There's that cold front. What an impact by Friday. A high of only 55 degrees. We warm Saturday, lose about 5 degrees for Mother's Day on Sunday. It's going to be dry on Sunday. And for Pueblo, good look at temperatures over the next several days. Thursday warming to 81 degrees. Enjoy that because it will be 20 degrees colder on Friday. That's a product of that front pushing through. If you see any rain at all in Pueblo, you'll have to wait until Monday. That's an isolated PM thunderstorm possible, long way off. We'll watch that closely. And for Canyon City, 60s, 70s, and 80s over the next 7 days. Nice and mild on Thursday before you see that cooler air return by Friday. And for Woodland Park, if you're looking for rain, you're going to have to be patient all the way until next Monday. The next chance of seeing some showers across the viewing area. Rob?
Mike, thanks. New at 5, Kroger stores in some areas of the country limiting the amount of meat products that customers can purchase amid the COVID-19 pandemic. Kroger, of course, the parent company of King Soopers. The store chain adding purchase limits for ground beef and fresh pork, but there's been no specific information from Kroger yet on what those limits will be. This comes after 22 meat processing plants across the country temporarily shut down. Last week, President Trump signed that executive order mandating that meat plants remain open, although some plants experiencing major problems with their workforce right now.
Covering Colorado, the pandemic is changing where Americans eat. Instead of restaurants and school cafeterias, people are having more meals at home. The shift is forcing some farmers to make some tough decisions. As Lance Hernandez reports in Denver, a group of dairy farmers has decided to donate extra milk to food banks instead of tossing it out.
We still focus on the cows, keep them milked every day and keep them fed.
Casey DeHaan's family has been in the dairy farm business for generations. Their operation near Alt, one of the largest in Colorado. Twice a day, milk cows are bathed and guided onto this carousel. Work crews attach sterilized milking cups to the cows. The milking process, fully automated.
We've been really fortunate not to have had to dump milk like other places in the country.
With many restaurants and schools shuttered, half the market has disappeared. Many farmers wondering what to do with some of the excess.
I was talking to a cousin of mine who also has a dairy, and he was saying that he donated a truckload of milk, and I thought, that's a great idea.
The Dairy Farmers of America Co-op, Colorado Farm Families, and Meadow Gold Dairy coordinated the processing of 30,000 gallons of milk for delivery to area food banks. Some of it distributed this morning at the Hope Starts Here Food Bank on Smoky Hill Road.
I had 100 cars in the parking lot when we started serving.
This time-lapse video shows just how busy that operation was. DeHaan says they're still able to sell milk. It's just that prices have plummeted to levels he never thought he'd see in his lifetime. He said it's hard to predict what will happen the rest of the year and worries that some farms may have to shut down. His advice?
Keep drinking milk. It's one of the more nutritious, economical foods you could buy.
Always watching out for you, Colorado. Lance Hernandez, News 5.
School District 11 in the Springs continuing to feed hungry families even though schools remain closed, even expanding sites for curbside pickup. Today, the first day for grab-and-go lunches at Sabin Middle School and Jackson Elementary. The food is handed out, while as you see, people wait in their vehicles.
It's a lot different. I mean, it's sort of, we run it like summer feed, except they don't have to stay.
Now, the district offers breakfast and lunch for students qualifying for free or reduced lunches. For so many families, it's the only way to make ends meet during the crisis. Of course, there are many of these